Welcome. Listen, today I wanted to talk to you about funnels. Now, I know when it comes to soulful entrepreneurs that I love working with, all you woo-woo healers, coaches, I love you guys. I really, really do. And I hear every time, but I don't want a funnel. I don't want to feel like I'm emailing people every day. I don't want people to be bothered. I don't want to be pushy. And let me tell you, funnel marketing is much older than emails. Funnel marketing is just marketing in general. And so I want you to take a breath and start thinking about funnels in a whole new way, because funnels is nothing more than weeding out the people who are going to purchase your services. And that's what you're doing, whether or not you want to call it funnel marketing or not. Funnel just became a very popular name because of the way that it's structured. So let's take a look at it. I want to share this with you. So I put together just a couple of slides that'll help us learn about funnels in a good way, okay? So burn the sage, say a prayer. This is all gonna not feel icky. It doesn't have to feel icky. There's a lot of programs out there that can make you feel like you have to do a million things and really push people, and that's not really true. So let's look at this, the feel-good funnel, right? So let's go down to the next page. There's really great benefits to having a funnel, and not just for you though, it's also for your clients. There's a reason why this is beneficial to your clients, but first let's look at why it's beneficial for you. If you are at the point where you're like, oh my gosh, I do so many free initial health checks, or I do free readings in order to get long-term clients, and yet nobody's signing up for anything, and I'm just spending a lot of time consulting with people for free. Well, the funnel is supposed to help you reduce that time that you're spending with clients. You're qualifying people as people who would that not only be interested, but also be interested in doing the investment, not just of their time, I mean, not just of their money, but also of their time. So you don't want a client who's going to pay you and then not do the work either, because that doesn't really help you. Most healers or coaches or whatever, the person who's purchasing the service actually has to do work, and you can't force that on somebody. So you'll spend less time with these unqualified people that really aren't interested in purchasing anything. They're only interested in the free stuff. Again, you can tell which ones of your clients are interested in purchasing services versus the goodies. And it gives you a chance to show your expertise and let them to get to know you before they commit to maybe a 6-month package or whatever your service requires. Sometimes these services are a little bit more expensive than just purchasing a product, and so we want to make sure that your clients give you a chance to really get to know who you are, and through your funnel they get to know the types of things that you're interested in, the problems that you solve, the people that you work with. It also brings in inbound leads rather than you always having to do cold calling. So if you're not huge into sales, funnel marketing is supposed to help you weed out just the people that are most interested, and you can talk to them and they already know who you are, rather than you just picking up the phone and, you know, if you're a health coach, calling gyms and trying to get some contacts, or however you make your connections. Funnel marketing is supposed to make that all easier for you. And then building champions for your brand by offering value to people and giving them information. You're actually building people who really appreciate you and will connect with you. And even if they don't purchase your high ticket items, they are likely to tell other people about you. So those are all really great things. I mean, who doesn't want to cut down on the consultations that we do for free if we're not getting clients out of it? And then the pros for the funnel follower is that they have free information through freebies, through blog posts, social media, and you're able to do that reach many people by just creating that content once. So even though it's new to them and they feel like they're getting your special time, there's a lot of people getting that special time, so the value is worth it. They also get to know you again. It builds a level of trust with them if they can see that you're constantly putting out your expertise and that you really know what you're talking about. And it gives them levels at which they can commit. So a good funnel will give them different levels, because you know that some clients can afford a $10,000 service, but some clients can barely afford a $100 service. So if you build a sales marketing funnel, it'll give them different options at which they can opt in, and you can really tell who they are. All right, so the gist of the funnel, okay? So even if you don't think that you're doing one now, you are. So this is how a funnel goes. I realize this isn't like beautiful corners, but I was trying to give you the gist of it really quickly. But everyone's at the top, right? And I love this when people come to me and they're like, oh, everyone's my client. The problem is not everyone's giving you money, so not everyone is actually your client. You can have your audience right and still not have your ideal client in there or pinpointed down. Because what happens is, sure, everybody might be interested. Everybody might be interested in having a Coke, right? Coca-Cola. However, the next level down is people who are willing to do something. So people who are willing to get up off the couch and go get themselves a Coca-Cola or purchase it, right? That kind of wheedles it down a little bit. And then interested and invested. Now, of course, you're going to lose a lot of other people along the way. So let's rethink this and go back to a sales strategy. So if I'm a marketing strategist, sure, everyone with a business could be my goal, right? And I could try to cast a net that wide where everybody is my goal. But there's going to be some people who are willing to do something. So even though every business needs marketing, some people already have a marketing strategist, so they don't need me, and they have a great one, so they really don't need me. And then there's some people who are willing, who, aren't willing to do something about their marketing right now. But then there's people who are interested in doing something, right? And we know from selling services that this can be a long sales cycle, right? Often people know that they need a health coach, but how long does it take them to actually go and finally get one and start doing the work? So we often have this little cloud, this gray cloud somewhere towards the top of our funnel that are people that know that they need us, and yet they're not willing to do anything. So those aren't really our ideal clients. We may think they are because they know that they have a problem, but they're only one step in, right? They're just past the denial. They're not really ready to do anything. But then we have this darker gray down here where they're interested and they're invested. And those are the people that we love the most, or almost the most, but we really love to talk to. These are people who maybe they bought something from you, a course or a product that was less than $50 or less than $100. These are people that are really interested, and maybe they just haven't turned the corner to that big product sell yet. And then, of course, the pink stripe down here is our ideal client. This is the person who is really invested in themselves and your services. So what does this look like? Even without email, you don't need to do email if that's something that you really don't want to do. I have a client who is strictly against email, doesn't want to have anything to do with it. And so her funnel looks a little different, but it looks very much the same as well, So at the top is all the ways that you reach out to people. So if that's through connections locally, through your network, if you don't have a local network, maybe that's social media or ads, and even your freebie could be at the top of this, right? That's your gotcha, right? So come to my group and I'll give you a freebie. Come sign up for my email list and I'll give you a freebie. This gift, free value for the customer. They get valuable information. and you get something out of it. They're following you or giving you an email address or something. And then they have something that's called a tripwire, or a low-cost opt-in. So perhaps after they join your group or your email list, then you send them an email or a message that says, hey, look, I saw that you downloaded, this guide or this webinar or whatever, and I'd like to give you this valuable, strategy builder or journal, for 21-day journal or something, for $7 that will really help you solve your problems, whatever those problems are that you solve. And that's low cost. Maybe it's under $20, but it just, once they've invested $1 in you, they're invested in you. So now they want to see you succeed so that they can be your champion. And they have already bought into the idea of you. So it makes it a little bit easier. Plus, all those people that can't afford some of the more expensive things that you offer, it gives them a chance to really participate. And then this darker gray box down here is your course, your sample, whatever that thing is, for maybe a few $100s. That most people can afford, and if the problem is really a struggle for them, they will sign up, whatever it is that you solve. And those are great. Those are going to be some money makers. I want to let you know that this low cost opt-in, this basically pays for your ads. This isn't to make a lot of money. This is to help you pay for your business. That's basically what that does. This is where you start making money in your course, your sample, whatever it is that you're selling. That's, a bit higher priced than the low cost opt-in. And then the one-to-one upgrade VIP packages is often what people call them. Here, get my course, but if you want to upgrade, you can have a live session with me every week or whatever. Or, access to my copywriters if you're looking for some kind of marketing course or something. But that's what that is. That's your highest paying customer, whatever service that is for you. Maybe it's a package of services, I don't know. But that's your ideal client. So really, this is the person that you're looking for. I know it. Let's go back up here. This is the person you're looking for, this ideal client. We don't want to try to market for everyone. We want to start figuring out who exactly is this ideal client, who is the person that has the problem, the desire to change it, and is invested in changing that problem. Those are our ideal clients, and we want to learn all about them. What do they look like? What do they do in the morning? How, what kinds of things are they interested in? Where do they hang out? Are they on social media? What social media platform do they hang out on? Because wherever they are and whatever they want to know, this is what we want to give them. So that's what a funnel is about. It's really about serving your ideal client. So that doesn't have to feel icky. I mean, after all, that's why you became a healer or a coach or a service provider, was because you really wanted to help people. So a funnel is about finding the people that you can help the most. So I hope that this really helps you and makes you feel a little bit better about funnel marketing, because it begins to become an icky word like guerrilla marketing, or something that's pushy or salesy. And I know my soulful entrepreneurs don't want to feel that way, and you don't have to. The idea is that you're always telling them what they can do next. You're shoveling them down a funnel, and if they don't go down there, then that's not your ideal client. And so, yeah, hopefully this helped. These are the funnel tips that I have for you. You always just want to be pointing them in the direction that you want them to go. And if they don't go, they may not be your ideal client. But find the people who are, and really work with them and learn all about them as you're working with them. Learn about them. What kind of family life do they have? You'll start seeing some commonalities between them, the places they hang out, the information that they receive, the news that they listen to. All of that type of thing is going to really lead you to more of those ideal clients. So that's my tips about funnels and how they don't have to be icky and they don't have to be formulated. They can be completely customized. There's many, many, many different ways that you can offer each one of these. So if social media isn't your thing, there's other ways for the top of that funnel. You don't have to force yourself to do things that you really, really need to do. So if you have any questions about funnels, how you can build a funnel, I'm happy to sit down and have a quick call with you about, maybe the holes in your funnel or the holes in your marketing. Just let me know, and y'all have a great day. Bye.